In the heart of the ancient world, between two violent rivers that could both nourish and destroy, stood a contradiction in mud and stone. The land was flat, the sun merciless, the floods unpredictable, and the desert always advancing. By all natural logic, this place should have been uninhabitable. And yet, rising from the dust was Babylon, a city that dared to impose order on chaos. 4,000 years ago, Babylon was not a ruin. It was a living machine. From miles away, travelers saw massive defensive walls stretching across the horizon, layered with towers and gates that glowed under the Mesopotamian sun. These were not symbolic barriers. They were statements of power, engineered to resist armies, floods, and time itself. At the city's core, the Euphrates River split Babylon into a network of canals, harbors, and artificial waterways. Bridges linked districts filled with craftsmen, traders, and priests. Boats carrying grain, timber, and precious metals docked beside warehouses built from sun-baked brick, forming one of the earliest organized commercial centers in history. Above the city's skyline, the ziggurat Etemenanke dominated everything. A stepped pyramid rising toward the sky, layered with temples and stairways, it was designed to connect Earth to the divine. From its summit, priests observed the stars, calculated time, and interpreted the will of the gods. The structure was not just religious, it was political, scientific, and symbolic, a declaration that humans could reach upward and shape destiny. Babylon's avenues were wide, paved, and deliberate. Processional roads led to monumental gates covered in blue-glazed tiles and mythological beasts. Markets spilled with textiles, spices, jewelry, and livestock. Palaces stood behind fortified courtyards, decorated with carved reliefs, painted walls, and lush gardens irrigated by engineered canals. This was not a primitive settlement. It was a designed system, a planned civilization built on mathematics, law, and hydraulic engineering. Babylon did not grow by accident. It was calculated, constructed, and controlled. 4,000 years ago, this city was not just advanced. It was the blueprint for every metropolis that would follow. The heart of Babylon was not its walls or ziggurats, it was its streets, alive with motion, color, and sound. From sunrise, the avenues became rivers of life. Merchants unrolled vibrant textiles that shimmered under the sun, spices stacked in pyramids filling the air with scents of cinnamon, cumin, and myrrh. Livestock bleated, the clatter of carts over brick-paved roads marking the rhythm of a city in constant motion. Every corner of Babylon whispered order. Canals carved through districts like veins, carrying water, grain, and travelers. Wooden drawbridges arched over shimmering waterways, connecting neighborhoods, temples, and marketplaces. Children darted along canal edges, their laughter mingling with the calls of merchants, the splash of water, and the echo of temple drums. The city was engineered not just for survival, but for spectacle. Markets were stages of human ambition. Traders from distant lands haggled fiercely, their tongues carrying the cadence of Sumer, Akkad, and faraway Anatolia. Gold jewelry glinted under Mesopotamian sun, pottery and glass reflected the sky, and rare timbers arrived on rafts from mountains hundreds of miles away. Babylon was a hub where every trade, every coin, every negotiation mattered. Behind the marketplaces, artisans shaped civilization. Carvers etched reliefs of lions, gods, and celestial patterns on palace walls. Weavers transformed dyed threads into garments that would traverse kingdoms. Bakers, brewers, and brewers kept the city fed, sustaining tens of thousands who depended on the constant rhythm of labor. Even at night, Babylon did not sleep. Lamps flickered in courtyards and along streets, casting long shadows that danced across mud brick walls. Conversations rose, music played, and the city pulsed like a living organism, a machine of human ingenuity fueled by the river, the sun, and the tireless hands of its people. Babylon was not just a city, it was a civilization alive, orchestrated, and eternal, a monument to the audacity of humanity itself. Amid the organized chaos of streets and markets, Babylon's palaces rose like mountains of human ambition. Massive walls of sun-baked brick were covered in blue-glazed tiles, engraved with lions, dragons, and the sacred symbols of Marduk. These were not mere fortifications, they were declarations of divine authority and earthly power, reflecting both wealth and the king's command over gods and men alike. Within the palaces, life unfolded like a carefully composed ritual. Courtyards bloomed with exotic plants, water flowing through canals fed by the Euphrates, fountains spraying into stone basins. Gardens were more than decoration. They were statements of mastery over nature. Palm trees, pomegranate shrubs, and flowering vines swayed in the breeze, irrigated through precise hydraulic channels. Water shimmered across marble and brick, reflecting the sun like liquid gold, a spectacle designed to awe visitors and subjects alike. The hanging gardens, if they truly existed, towered over the city, terraces rising one above the other, dripping with greenery from trees to flowers. Though their origin is debated, their legend symbolizes the Babylonian pursuit of perfection, engineering, beauty, and devotion entwined. Every leaf, every petal, every drop of water was meticulously orchestrated, an experiment in both aesthetics and human ingenuity. Religion suffused every aspect of life. Temples crowned ziggurats, reaching toward the heavens. Priests moved through ritual, observing stars, timing the seasons, and interpreting omens. Festivals transformed the streets into theaters, with music, dance, and offerings celebrating gods, kings, and the rhythm of the rivers. Statues, reliefs, and inscriptions made the divine visible. Babylon was a city where heaven and earth converged, and humans dared to claim their place between. At night, the palaces glowed under torchlight, the gardens whispering secrets, the ziggurats reflecting constellations. Babylon was more than walls, more than markets. It was a symphony of civilization, a testament to the brilliance of 4 millennia ago, alive with the heartbeat of kings, priests, and citizens who imagined perfection in stone, water, and devotion. As dawn broke over the Euphrates, Babylon shimmered like a vision of divinity on earth. The city was alive with movement merchants calling out prices, priests chanting at ziggurats, children racing along canals. Every brick, every waterway, every carved relief told a story of human ambition reaching toward eternity. Babylon was not merely a city, it was a manifesto written in stone, mud, and water. Its walls, impossibly high, still seemed fragile in the face of time. Siege engines could batter them, floods could erode them, yet they endured, testimony to the brilliance of Babylonian engineering. Gates adorned with lions and mythical beasts projected authority to all who approached. Travelers knew, beyond these walls lay a city of wealth, law, and order, a metropolis where power and faith were inseparable. The ziggurats, palaces, and gardens were more than physical structures. They were symbols of a civilization that sought to harmonize humanity and nature. From the observation platforms atop the ziggurats, astronomers charted stars, predicting seasons and omens. Temples and courts intertwined governance with divinity, reminding citizens that their lives were part of a cosmic order. Water channels reflected sunlight across walls, gardens, and canals, creating a city that sparkled both in reality and in imagination. Babylon's influence stretched far beyond its walls. Its laws, its architecture, its engineering, these became templates for cities to come. Kings and conquerors centuries later marveled at its audacity, trying to replicate what Babylon had achieved. Even after fire, conquest, and decay, the idea of Babylon endured, a city where humans bent chaos into structure, nature into beauty, ambition into permanence. 4,000 years later, Babylon still speaks, not through standing walls alone, but through the imagination it ignites. In mud, brick, water, and legend, it whispers a simple truth. Civilization is born not merely from survival, but from the audacity to dream, to build, and to reach for the heavens. Babylon was not just a city. It was the blueprint of human possibility, a vision of grandeur that time itself cannot erase.